With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hey everyone, my name is Cassie, and on Once Upon a Time in Springfield today, my dad and I will be talking about Season 2, Episode 7, Bart versus Thanksgiving. Okay, Dad, start the intro.
She's Cassie.
My dad's like Homer, because he always goes out and buys us donuts.
He's Chris.
Cassie used to be a lot like Maggie when she was a baby. She never gave up her pacifier.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a wonderful evening of theater and picking up after yourselves.
This is Once Upon a Time in Springfield, a Simpsons review show from the point of view of a dad and his daughter.
From now on, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Here they are, Cassie and Chris.
So this week we're talking about Season 2, Episode 7. This one's called Bart versus Thanksgiving. I wonder what that means. It looks like on Thanksgiving, Bart runs away after accidentally wrecking Lisa's centerpiece.
Remember? It got thrown in the fire. We'll get there.
What the hell was that?
The chalkboard gag this week was, I will not do that thing with my tongue.
Do you think that's like the taco tongue thing?
Or it could be something else, meaning the flower tongue.
Maybe. What would a flower tongue sound like? Because I'm taco tongue. I'm like, That was lame.
So the couch gag this week, it was very odd and weird because Grandpa was on the couch laying there, and everybody came in and was like...
They woke him up, huh?
Yeah.
I was afraid he was getting a heart attack, but he didn't.
Aww.
Oh, you want him to die already? It's only the second season.
Oh.
He hangs out for a lot more.
You're all nuts.
All right, so this show starts in the kitchen again. I feel like all of them start in the kitchen.
For Season 2.
For every episode so far. So I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm going to keep track of that from now on, okay?
Okay.
All right, so it starts out in the kitchen, and they're prepping for Thanksgiving. Marge is pulling the insides of a turkey out.
I really enjoy that because I like to take out the pumpkin insides.
Yeah, that she does. She's a little creepy. So Homer's watching TV with Lisa and Bart, and they're fighting over glue.
Bart! Stop fighting with your sister!
She took my glue. It's not yours, Bart. This is family glue.
Stop it, you two!
That's pretty much the only thing I had to say, too.
Yeah. Well,
the funny thing was...
Maggie was watching.
Maggie was watching. Yeah, Maggie was watching them because the glue looked like her bottle.
Yeah.
Remember the parade, what was going on TV?
Yes, it was very odd, actually, because Homer said Bart, and Bart popped up as a float.
On the TV, yeah, they were talking smack about how the floats are not new, they're old. It's kind of funny.
Son, this is a tradition. If you start building a balloon for every flash-in-a-pan cartoon character, you'll turn the parade into a farce.
And that would be the Thanksgiving Day parade, what is that, Macy's? Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, so then it goes over to Lisa making that centerpiece that's so prominent in the description of the show. What do you think of the centerpiece, though, thus far?
Pretty good.
Who else comes over for dinner?
Marge's sisters.
Yeah, Patty and Selma. And Homer's actually nice to him, but then he gets in the car, and what's he do?
Makes fun of them. It's like...
It was... Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah. Oh, and also, Grandpa came over.
Grandpa did come over, but that's where Homer was going. Homer was leaving to go pick up Grandpa, right?
Yes.
From his retirement home.
Yes.
Which was kind of funny.
I have some happy news. The following people have relatives who wish they could be here today. Antonoski, Conroy, Falcon.
It really was.
All right, so...
They're prepping dinner, and then we see Grandma Marge.
Oh, that's right. She's coming, and she knocks on the window, and I think the first thing out of her mouth was, I just want to tell you one thing. I'm not happy to be here.
I know.
So I'll just say one thing. You never do anything right.
All right, so let's jump over to dinner then.
Yes.
All right, now that they're all there, we've got Marge, her mom, her sisters, Homer, his dad, and the 3 children. And here comes Lisa down the stairs. Here she is, Miss Thanksgiving Centerpiece. So what happens?
So she brings it over and she sets it on the table and she's like, oh my gosh, I worked so hard for this. And then Marge is all like congratulating her. And then Bart comes down with the Well, Bart comes out of the kitchen with the,
Was it mashed potatoes or cranberry or what was it?
Not even close, Dad. It was the turkey.
Oh, was it the whole turkey?
Yes.
Oh, well, I was typing stuff while we were watching, so I might have missed that part.
Oh, yikes. What is that? It's the centerpiece, Bart. Well, it's taking up valuable real estate. Hey, Bart, stop it. Move it or lose it, Toots. Mom!
All right, so he brings out the turkey, then what?
Then they're fighting over the centerpiece.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes into the fire.
And it was exactly what the fire needed to catch a fire, basically, because Homer couldn't get it going.
He couldn't.
Hey, that got her going.
All right, so Lisa runs upstairs and Bart gets thrown to his room, right?
Yes.
And Lisa starts playing the saxophone because she's sad. What does Marge do?
She goes upstairs and she's like, Lisa, I'm really sorry for you.
Lisa, I'm very sorry about what happened.
Mom, I poured my heart into that centerpiece. Things like that always happen in this family.
I've noticed that, too. Well, when you feel like coming down, we'll be there.
Then she goes over and talks to Bart, right?
But she talks through his door.
I know, but what's she tell him?
She tells him, you better apologize, Bart.
Bart, you can come down to dinner as soon as you're ready to apologize to your sister. And it's going to be a real apology in front of everybody, and you have to mean it.
And then what's he do?
Escape.
Escape. Where he goes to the weirdest place, too. He goes to Burns' house.
Yeah.
Why would he think that somebody that rich would allow somebody being where he was trying to be poor?
Well, he was like walking around town and then he goes up and he sees that house.
And Burns was throwing away most of his food anyway.
Let's just say he wastes food.
Let's just say he wastes food.
Yes.
All right, so then Bart doesn't get any food there because the hounds were released. Mm-hmm. He had to jump through the bushes, but then he finds this place where he can donate blood for $12.
$12 and a free cookie. What a country.
And then he faints.
Yep. Passes out in the streets. All right, so then Bart wakes up in the middle of the street, and these two homeless guys try to help him out, and they take him over to this really cool place where they're feeding the homeless people for Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now what's happening with the news guy?
The news guy was doing a news story at the homeless place, which I think news people do that, and he was calling all the homeless people bad names.
They're depressing. They wear ragged clothes. They're crazy. They smell bad.
Hey, listen, man.
Wait, I'm going somewhere with this.
And then basically he was just trying to say, why do we only feed them once a year when we should feed them every day of the year? And then Bart gets on there. What's Bart tell him?
Bart said he was homeless for 5 years.
Yeah, and then that's when Homer and Marge and then everybody saw him on the TV and they rushed down to get him.
Yeah,
Wasn't Lisa trying to give a poem?
Yeah.
Everyone, Lisa wants to read us a poem she's written.
Sounds interesting.
Howl of the Unappreciated by Lisa Simpson. I saw the best meal.
It's Bart! Yo, insist.
And how long have you been on the streets?
Going on 5 years, Kent.
All right, so then Bart was on TV. He gave the blood money to the homeless people for help, and then he goes home, and where's he end up?
He ends up on the roof.
Remember, yeah, he went to his, he climbed up the tree where his treehouse was, and he found all that stuff on the roof.
Before that,
Yeah?
he was at the door like,
that's
should
right.
I go in?
He was listening.
Yeah.
You're right. He was listening, and then he had this big, vision of how it was going to go bad for him.
Yeah,
Football.
my favorite part at that part that was there
Yeah?
was when Maggie said, it's all your fault for making me not talk.
It's your fault I can't talk.
That's right, Maggie does talk. All right, so then he's on the roof, and then Lisa is crying and weeping in her room, and Bart hears her from the roof.
And he goes ahead and talks to her.
He does through the air vent or something.
Yeah, it was the vent.
What happens?
Then she comes up through the window onto the roof.
And?
Then they talk, apologize,
And?
go downstairs and eat.
And? Who was listening through the window?
Homer.
Yeah, Homer and Marge were listening through their window. And he goes, man, we are good parents. Which, again, is a very bold statement. All right, Cassie, what was your favorite part of the show?
My favorite part of the show was when Bart found all the toys on top of the roof.
Right? He went up there, he's like, jackpot!
It was very funny.
Which is funny because in the Simpsons movie, which we watched to start off this whole podcast, when it go down in the sinkhole, there's a bunch of stuff on the house still and again.
True.
Remember? The things I remember. My wife would kill me. My favorite part was when Bart was making the cranberry sauce, and he was like, yeah, Mom, I'll help you. And he goes, okay, Mom, how do I open it? We can opener. Cool.
Can't I help you, Mom?
Well, okay. Let's see. Can you do the cranberry sauce?
Yeah. Where is it?
The can is in the cupboard on the bottom shelf.
Here?
No, the other shelf.
Oh, got it. Now what?
Open the can.
No problemo. Where's the can opener?
It's in the second drawer from the right.
Basically, he's not helping at all. He's making everything worse. Not worse, but at least more hard.
And then he pours it in and he's like, I'm great at this.
And it plops out. It's all or something like that.
And he doesn't even throw away the can.
Nope, he leaves it on the counter just like all of you would.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
All right, Cassie, what's your favorite character?
My favorite character was Maggie. You want to know why?
Why?
Because she was in like a lot of this and she was funny.
She was very funny.
She kept looking back and forth at everyone.
Mm-hmm.
She talked.
She did. My favorite character was Kent Brockman. I believe this was his first episode, but when he was standing there calling all the homeless people all his names, it was kind of funny. And also, the other character that was introduced was Grandma Marge.
That is crazy. Grandma Marge is nice. No, she isn't.
I know. You sound like her. No, she's not very nice at all.
I like stories.
All right, Cassie, what's our takeaway? What are we going to try from this one?
We are going to try making a centerpiece.
Yep, we're going to see if maybe at one of the next holidays we have coming up, maybe you can just make one for Father's Day on Sunday, actually.
Oh, true.
All right, let's do that.
Okay.
All right, cool.
I've got something I'd like to say.
All right, Cassie, what are we rating this one?
We are rating this one 7 fires.
Fires, because Homer couldn't get him started. And
yeah.
That's kind of what caused the centerpiece to go poof.
And it was very sad. At least they had a fire.
I feel that way too.
That's the end of the show, everyone. I hope you like the show as much as Maggie likes her pacifier, or Homer likes his beer. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. Go to thisisfunner.com to check out some really cool shows. And please, share it with a friend.
Everything really wrapped up nicely.
Thank you all for listening to Once Upon a Time in Springfield. Please go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. And don't forget to rate, review, and share the show with a friend.
Ugly dokley done.
This is funner.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.